Just one day to go in the American Association regular season, and there are still so many things up in the air about how the playoffs are going to look. I'm Carter Woodiel. It's time for the Daily Whip Around. We do know one thing, though. We've got an East Division champion. It was crowned last night as Kane County took on Chicago. The Dogs needed to win and a loss from Milwaukee to get the East Division title, and Jordan Kipper set the tone for the visitors. 6 1/3 one-hit innings, 4 walks, 7 strikeouts, did not allow a run, came up big when his team needed it, did Jordan Kipper, and the offense did enough to get the job done. This is Charlie Tilson. You put the baseball in play, good things happen. Beats out the infield hit to drive in a run in inning number 7. Fast forward to the 9th, it's 3-0 Dogs, and Kevin Martin strikes out Nick Franklin to lock up the East Division title for Chicago. They win it 3-0. They win the East. They are the 1 seed, and they'll pick their opponent, which we will get to later. They already knew what happened between Gary and Milwaukee when they were celebrating, and that's a big win for the RailCats and some history. Tom Walraven with a grand slam here in the 2nd inning, his 14th home run of the year, made it 8-0. That's impressive. But then in the 3rd, the very next frame, he does it again. His 2nd grand slam of the game. That's the first time anyone has ever done that in the history of the American Association. He drove in 9 runs in this game, which matches the league record. And Gary South Shore ends Milwaukee's chances of getting the 1 seed, 21-1, the final score. Sioux City taking on Lincoln. These two still fighting for the last playoff spot in the league. The X's could clinch him with the win. Miguel Sierra with a solo home run here. That made it 3-1 Sioux City after 3 innings of play, but the Saltdogs would turn the tables. 5th inning, Jason Rogers. That is good enough for a 2-run single through the middle. 2 of 3 RBIs that Jason Rogers would have in this game, and the Saltdogs would pull away from there. Inning number 8, Raider Escanio. That is a 2-run single of his own to give the Saltdogs an 8-3 advantage. They win 8-4, and it sets up a win-or-go-home game between Sioux City and Lincoln today. Kansas City taking on Fargo. These are the 2 teams in the mix for the 1 seed out west, and it was all Monarchs in yesterday's game. Ryan Grochon with a bases-clearing triple here in the 3rd. That put Kansas City ahead. He had 5 RBIs in this one. And John Hernandez, he did his thing. First with the glove, making a diving grab here and right, coming on to make the catch on the first pitch of the ball game. And then later, he delivered with the bat. That's a 3-run home run in the 5th. His 24th blast of the season for John Hernandez. And considering he missed time with an injury, that's really impressive. And all of that backed up 6 shutout innings from Matt Hartman. The all-star right-hander struck out 8, and the Monarchs get the W 12-3. So their game with the Red Hawks today will determine who gets the 1 seed in the West. The Winnipeg Goldeyes got the better of Sioux Falls yesterday. This is Ian Sagdahl with the bases clearing double. Goldeyes were up 5-1 after 2 innings from Shaw Park, north of the border in Winnipeg. And later on, Reggie Pruitt Jr., that will be a 2-run homer, his 13th of the season. And Winnipeg gets the W 8-3, the final score against the Canaries. And the Cleburne Railroaders, they finished up their regular season yesterday. They played 2 over Lake Country. They won both. This is Edwin Arroyo with a go-ahead home run to put the Railroaders on top for good in game number 2. And they now look ahead to the playoffs. They get things started at home on Wednesday in the first round of the postseason. Here's the full scoreboard from yesterday. Again, the biggest result is Chicago getting the win over Kane County, and along with the Milkmen loss, they are the champions of the East Division in the regular season, as you can see. And now they have a choice to make. They got to pick their first round opponent from anybody, Kane County, Milwaukee, or Cleburne, and they pick the Milwaukee Milkmen. They made that choice not too long ago. The Dogs are playing Milwaukee in the first round, and that series will start on Wednesday in Milwaukee. Cleburne against Kane County. That kicks off in Cleburne on Wednesday as well. Games 2 and 3 Friday and Saturday at the home of the team with the better record. As for the standings in the West Division, there's still so much to be determined. Kansas City and Fargo Moorhead are in a dead heat over there, and the Winnipeg Goldeyes in 3rd. Sioux City and Lincoln fighting it out for the final playoff spot. It all comes down to today's action on AABaseball.tv. A win-or-go-home game from Lewis and Clark Park in Sioux City. The Lincoln Saltdogs taking on the Explorers at 2 o'clock, and Fargo Moorhead meets Kansas City at 1 p.m. The winner of that game gets the 1 seed. Cannot wait to bring all that action to you on AABaseball.tv today. And don't forget, coming up, we reveal the postseason All-Star team tomorrow on Facebook Live, and High Leverage Playoff Edition is back for Wednesday. We take you game to game, ballpark to ballpark, so you don't miss a single great moment from all the action in Game 1 of the first-round playoff series. Can't wait to bring that to you as well. I'm Carter Woodiel for the American Association, where we play to win.